Welcome back to the stage here at E3 2018 at the Mixer booth in the Los Angeles Convention Center, where the Dream Team, aka myself, Ethan, have a very cool game to show off to you today.
Yes, please welcome Colin Moore and Chris Archer from the Hollow Spark to talk about their new game, Earthfall. Gentlemen.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what Earthfall is, for those who don't know.
Sure.
Sure. So Earthfall is a 4-player co-op shooter inspired by classics like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
So big twist, aliens have invaded Earth, and you need to kick some alien butt.
All right.
Things happen, and I understand.
I dig it. So I would love to just like dive into gameplay. We have a demo available here, and I want you to start playing because you're better than us.
We will jump right into gameplay.
All right, great.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned it a bit at the beginning, but what was Earthfall inspired by?
Well, as Colin mentioned, Left 4 Dead was obviously a really big inspiration for us.
Yeah.
And we don't shy away from it. I mean, we wanted people to feel like they felt when they played Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
But on top of a modern shooter platform. So, I mean, what would it be like to play Left 4 Dead 8 years later?
Yeah.
Like with all this cool new tech. So
love it.
Yeah.
that's what we're hoping to provide. And when people say things like that, we love it, right?
Yeah.
Because why
It's a
not? It's a
homage.
great game.
It is. It is.
a great
Homage.
game.
We've been using that term.
It's a great
awesome.
game.
So talk about, you said it's 8 years later, so let's talk about like what are some of the updates you guys have done and talk about the enemies and things like that.
Yeah, sure. Well, as Colin comes in here, we'll start to see it. I mean, there's a lot of the same analogs, right? It's 4-player co-op. When people go down, you got to help them back up, right? If everybody goes down, curtains, right?
Okay.
Everybody's done.
Humanity is dead.
That's how it is in life, too.
Yeah, I feel like
You're the last 4 people on the planet. As you can see, the environments, we went the easy route. It takes place in the Pacific Northwest. We're actually a studio out of Seattle.
Oh, nice.
And so all we have to do is drive up the hill, take pictures, and we got a lot of good reference. So
I like it. It's honestly, it's so beautiful. Like the graphics are fantastic.
Yes.
I love seeing this.
yeah, so it's Unreal 4, right, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And that got it's so fun to develop on great engines like that.
Absolutely. So speaking of developing, I know I'm looking at your list here of developers who have worked on this game, and it's basically a who's who, right? We're looking at games they've worked on games like Fear, Condemned, Destiny, No One Lives Forever, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Call of Duty, and much, much more. Tell me a little bit about the dynamic of your team that has created this masterpiece.
It's actually a really cool combo of developers. I mean, the ones you mentioned were almost exclusively like first-person shooters, classic first-person
absolutely.
shooters, right? But we actually almost half of the team actually comes from MMO, and the other half is action RPG and FPS and things like that. And the cool thing about that is we actually have a lot of guys that care a lot about story and narrative and things like that, and we have a bunch of guys that just like to shoot things in the head, right? And when you bring those together, you actually get what Earthfall is, which is a really cool kind of narrative-driven Left 4 Dead style co-op game.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I got to say, shout out to whoever on your team worked on Condemned. That is like one of my favorite games. You worked on that? Oh my God, dude. We're not here to talk about that, but I wish we could.
I'm glad I'm between you two right now. Things are getting a little saucy up here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I see we saw our first undead,
aliens. Yeah.
Aliens, you're right, absolutely correct. Our first alien, and there it is.
And so he's shooting at like the basic drone, right?
Yeah.
And these are the guys that are mindless and they just come at you no matter what. There's a heavier version which he's shooting right there, which is tougher to take down.
Sure.
There's a whole lot of other guys that you'll see as we go through here. There's special classes. So you have guys that run at you and blow up.
Yeah.
We've got guys that take you from the crowd.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I see you put up a barricade there.
Yeah, we have barricades in our game.
What are you doing with
This is really cool.
We're making a special barricade.
Yeah, so you can actually modify the
Whoa!
fences and turrets and things like that. And so now it's a flame fence. You put an arc grenade on it, and it actually becomes like an arc or electric fence. It's really cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
And when you put them next to each other, the arc actually continues down the fence line.
God,
Look, Colin's already down.
I'm trying my best.
he's doing all right.
It's hard to talk and play. I get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What is he doing?
Oh, there it is.
Oh no! All right, perfect.
Oh, that is...
Well, at least you're here.
Yeah, so that was the whiplash. That's actually, his goal entirely is to grab by the head your friends and drag them away from the group. And the whole idea of how the game works is that all the enemies are trying to separate you from each other.
So you can't help each
You
other.
need to stay together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, here's a question. As we're obviously in the Mixer booth here, we have to ask about interactivity and how it comes into play for streamers and viewers. Tell us a little bit more about how Earthfall gets in there.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
We have some funny stories on that. We also, it's a ton of fun. I mean, we had a ton of fun building it and maybe Colin can talk about our first launch of it.
So we have mission integration, so people are watching and can interact as people play the game. So they can spawn enemies, they can spawn health, they can spawn weapons.
Yeah.
They can do all that stuff, and we actually tell the people who did it. So you can actually call out people who are helping you out or hurting you potentially.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
While they're blasting you?
When we put the original build out, we didn't have cool off, so people are putting like 5 or 6 or 10 like huge enemies on the screen at any given moment.
Hilarious for the viewers.
Yeah, hilarious for the viewers.
It was
pretty entertaining for the people like playing, but not necessarily the most entertaining experience.
You had to be really good at the game.
Yes.
And even then, it was doomsday. We did a patch. We updated it.
We
put a bunch of cooldowns in there. So
a smart move.
So try again, but it's a ton of fun because you can actually really change the landscape of the game and how it plays moment to moment.
I gotta say, I love that like you guys added, you said the name of the viewer that's actually helping or screwing you over.
Oh yeah.
Go on blast while you're blasting.
Oh, that is.
Couldn't stop myself.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, while we're looking at this gameplay footage, and Colin, keep your eyes. Come on.
I'm doing my best.
Really do a job.
I'm impressed.
You're
I'm
on stage, no pressure. But let's talk about you guys. You guys are obviously passionate about this game. You've been developing it. I'm curious, what are your favorite aspects? Like, what's the thing that says to you, yes?
The thing that actually, so we've been pretty much doing the press reel. We've been going around to all the events and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing that really gets me excited when people, first time they play it, and they say, that scratches that itch that hasn't been scratched in 10 years. And it's so exciting to have fans come up and be like, I haven't been able to play a co-op game. I can play with my friends and stuff. Like, we love Battle Royale to death, but I mean, I enjoy shooting my friends every once in a while, but sometimes I don't want to shoot my friends.
You want to do co-op experience.
I want to play with my friends.
Yeah.
So it's really great to go to events and stuff and have that kind of reaction from people. And that's just been really rewarding to bring back to the team, and we're doing a really great job.
There's not enough co-op games, man, so it definitely,
really isn't.
Definitely can appreciate your decision there.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite weapons or aliens?
Well, that's actually nice segue. That's actually my favorite part, and mostly because I got to work on a lot of that on the game. And so the moment to moment is really cool. So, I mean, like I said earlier, it's really cool to play, get those Left 4 Dead feels, that itch is getting scratched, but be able to shoot like you do in games like Call of Duty and Destiny. And so that moment to moment and popping an alien's head off is just, that excites
Satisfaction
me.
guaranteed.
Oh my gosh! So you were actually on LFG, one of our other shows, a few weeks ago, and you were helping out, like teaching Roby and Brenna how to play this game. What are some tips and tricks for this game for someone who's just going to be starting this thing up?
I'm going to let you do this because we just found a blackout.
I was going to say not play the game while doing an interview.
Yeah, not play the game while you're...
There's a pro tip.
Stay together is really important, right? Focus fire, right? Because if you're stuck together and you've got a boss like this, he's playing with 3 AIs right now.
Okay.
And they're probably going to help him a ton because the work we did on AI in this game is really very good.
Tell me a little bit more about that. That's intriguing.
It's really, we did a ton of work on it because a lot of the complaints from games like this is that the guy's always in front of me, right?
Yeah.
I shoot my friends, or they're not helpful, right? Or they don't take down the enemies. These guys, you want, unless you have your friends playing with you, it's okay to have these AI guys. And so you can see he's making his way through it, and they're holding up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, honestly, doing arguably better. And that's not a dig at you. That's not a dig at you.
I wasn't going to call him out. I wasn't going to call him out.
What about that on blasting they were talking about earlier?
Yeah, do not hand me that controller. I guarantee I'll do worse.
So you did mention you guys have been on the press tour. You guys have had people see this, obviously. What has been the reaction?
Super positive. Like, it's one of those things of like when we're at previous events and stuff. It's that thing where people realize that there's other genres out there and they can have fun with it.
Sure.
Since this genre really hasn't been pushed very much over the last couple of years, they've just been really excited. We released 2 new trailers over the last couple of weeks, and people see it and they're like, "Holy crap! Like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
It's awesome." So it's been really great having that type of reaction from people.
Yeah. We were in Europe a few weeks ago, and it was overwhelmingly positive. It was really great. And you know what? A lot of people say, when they say things like, this is the next thing for me in co-op, I mean, that's the kind of response that we're getting, and I mean, it makes us feel really good.
Sure, yeah.
But nobody knows this exists, and so part of why we wanted to be on this show and why we're on these press tours is like, we're just a small indie in Seattle.
Yeah.
We're not a big publisher or anything like that, and
Yeah.
we just get your hands on it, because once you play it, you're gonna get
you'll
addicted.
like it.
It's
You'll
gonna
love
be
it.
really fun.
That's awesome. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys have put together a spectacular game for being, like, especially as a small group of guys that have been putting this together. Like,
Yeah, you wouldn't know it by looking on that
The
screen.
one
I
thing
know,
we
it's
want to show is
beautiful.
that we have a 3D printer in the game, so you can actually print out weapons.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about all the cool things.
Yeah.
And these-
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is one of the
tell us.
big differences, right?
Yeah.
So, it takes place in the future, and so at this point, 3D printers are ubiquitous, and
Yeah.
they now print weapons.
Okay.
Right? Both bad things, right?
So you've just printed out an
He
AK.
did, and so now he's armed up, and there's a med station on the wall, which is also free health. And so once you power the power on, you get all kinds of new options.
Ah,
And
the
so,
future.
so you have fences, and you have turrets and auto turrets. You have printers and all these cool things to help you defend areas in some situations, right? Or
Oh,
get
that
the
looks
right weapon to be able to take out a lot more enemies in other situations.
That's awesome. It looks so good. So, you've been saying that fan response has been overall pretty positive. Is there anything that people are asking for that's really, like, interested you?
So the good thing and the bad thing about being like Left 4 Dead is they want all the stuff that Left 4 Dead had.
Yeah.
And
You're
so
like, that's Left 4 Dead.
We've
Okay,
we've obviously done some things differently, and we're really passionate about that. And we're also working on a ton of new content,
Oh,
like a little,
All right.
was that
a little tease.
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
tease,
yeah,
right?
That's what I thought.
Wait,
Yeah.
the PR guy's answer is we are supporting this tile with post-release content.
Oh, nice.
Very
nice
clean.
work.
Wow,
Very
that
clean.
is
I
that
like
was
that.
that
Nice
was
work.
very
Yeah,
nice.
that's
We're,
nicer than
we're
anything else.
definitely listening to the community. And we hear you. And we're going to be coming out with things. I think that we're going to rank them, and we're going to start coming out with things one by one. But we're excited to build the initial game, get it out there into people's hands, and then keep building on it.
Yes. So selfishly, obviously, this is the Mixer stage, and we have a lot of people that are viewers, and not just in this channel but across the site. What do you have any other plans for developing more Mixer interactivity?
We have a lot of things that we're thinking about right now.
Nice.
Especially, once you get it into people's hands and you get to see how it's working and what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes turn up the things they don't like to sort of focus on the negative, and turn up the things that they do like on the things that are positive.
Yeah.
And so we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep looking at how things go, right? And add more stuff.
The one thing with the Mixer community, since we released the update that has the Mixer integration, they've been supporting the game nonstop, and we can't thank them enough. And we've been getting a lot of great feedback of what we can change. And so the person that actually implemented it, he actually been putting posts out of like, what can I change? What can I add for you?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so it's something that we really see the support from Microsoft and Mixer as well. It's been amazing. So we've been really happy. Being local, we can go have lunch with a team. and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Sure. Well, you came on the
makes it-
show a couple.
Yeah,
weeks
it makes
ago,
it
so
super
we-
easy.
Yeah. It was great.
So, we're super excited to be expanding on what we have so far.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, talk us where we are right now. I want to make sure that we've got the time. Obviously, the release date, we're looking at July 13th. Is that
July
correct?
13th.
July 13th.
Yes.
Mark it on your calendars.
July 13th.
July 13th. But tell us what we're doing now. Take us through this gameplay.
This is in the second campaign of the game.
Okay.
We have met with other survivors, and they are asking us to make a diversion so they can do something really dangerous and exciting.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're trying to pretty much blow up something where there's a bunch of alien stuff.
Oh, nice.
Now,
All right.
blowing up in aliens. I
Yeah.
am
I'm fans of blowing things up.
Blow stuff up and get away alive.
Okay, great.
That's excellent. Okay.
So there's big finales to these big missions. Is that kind of the gist? I'm getting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Love
these
it.
are all based on, loosely based on locations that actually exist. So something like this actually exists up in Seattle. It's not exactly the same, but we take a lot of inspiration from actual real environments.
that's awesome.
This is a dam. We have a big
yes, of
waterfall. We have
course.
dams and things like that. And so we take a lot of inspiration from that. And what could you do really cool with a bunch of water and a bunch of electricity,
Yeah.
right? And a bunch of alien pods in the water.
Are we
right?
about to see what you can do?
Yeah. I want to check this out.
Cool.
Moving to
Oh,
the start building.
he's lost now.
I'm not.
Oh, aliens! Serious hops.
It's pretty incredible that you guys have this great dynamic light situation and shadow
Yeah.
on a day that's like that, which, by the way, is very Seattle.
It is very Seattle.
I don't know
We had
that
to
I've ever
punch
seen
up the
sun.
lights because never seen Seattle that bright, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I do not remember the
That's
sun
a
being
good
out this long.
point.
That can't be true.
That is a good point.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
Oh, you got to get out of there.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
So that was the sapper, and you were not supposed to blow it up right when it's in front of you.
Well,
Whoops.
Yeah.
under pressure.
Colin.
As you can see, he's moving very slowly because he's in a damaged state right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, while you're going to be playing this, we're going to be kicking things off, I think.
It's true. And so I will use the magic words.
Oh, what are the magic words?
It's time to start warming up your controllers, phones, and personal computers. Get ready for an interactive quiz powered by Mixplay.
Now, once again, we've got prizes for the top winners, so be sure to answer quickly and accurately. The faster you answer, the more points you get.
That's right. Oh, looks like we got our first question up. Which of these are the highest grossing films featuring aliens?
Ooh, is it Independence Day, Avatar, Men in Black, or Alien? You get 7 seconds.
Yeah, and you guys can feel free to
Can we
surrounded
vote?
by aliens for how many years now? What do you think?
Time's up.
Time's up.
Time's up.
And the answer is, in case you were curious, Avatar.
Boom.
Yep.
Of course it was. Of course
But they
it
are
was.
blue. So
Avatar
there's a confusion for
As
you.
good as the moves behind us right now. As good as the moves behind us right now.
There are things happening.
Next question's
Yeah.
up. What killed off the invading aliens in the book film War of the Worlds? Is it water, the world armies, microbes, or another alien race? What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Humsy. You got one more second to answer.
The answer was microbes.
They are deadly. Still.
Nice.
Let's move it right along, shall we?
You take this one.
I will take this one. Let's see, what planet is Morty's Rick and Morty alien son from? Wubba lubba dub dub. Gazerpazorp.
Gazorpazorp.
Gazorpzorp. Wombani or Blue
Lubbadub.
Blubba Blubbaduba?
Yeah, this is funnier to watch you do it, by the way. Oh
It's
my
okay.
god.
I get it. It's fine. We'll
The
find out.
answer, of course, is Gazorpazorp.
I mean, obviously, I'm really hoping that our producer came up with Blubba Dub Dub.
Yeah, no, that's straight
Yeah,
from the show.
Blubbaduba- what about-
Lubbadub.
Anyway,
The last one is the one you couldn't pronounce.
that's right. Now, what's the name of Sigourney Weaver's character in the film series Alien? Is it Ellen Ripley, Jane Ferris, Kelly Corbin, or Alex Nash?
Come on, people, you know this one.
Yeah, come on.
Please. Whoa, what is that?
It's a classic.
Oh, gameplay has gotten a little big.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me. 1 second left, and boom. That answer, of course, Ellen Ripley.
Ellen Ripley.
God, I wish I could roll my R's so bad.
I do them
wish
all the
could
time.
so
Everyone
bad.
loves Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, she's a national treasure.
Well done. Our panel did quite well. 69%
There
of
you
you
go.
answered correctly.
Now,
Let's
next question.
talk about the Predator.
What was the movie Predator almost called? Jungle Boogie, The Most Dangerous Game, Lost, or Hunter? I really wanted
I
to be
think I know
A.
this one.
I think I know this one.
I was going to say, yeah, I really want A as well.
It would have been a far less scary movie. And of course, that answer was not Jungle Boogie,
No,
but it was Hunter.
unfortunately was not.
Sure it was.
Fun fact, Jean-Claude Van Damme was the original Predator.
What? Is that true?
Yeah.
Look at Colin bringing in
Look
the
at
fun
that.
facts.
Look at that.
Here's
Wow.
another one for you. Hunter, that is correct. Those 73% of you that answered that. Here's another question for you, moving right along. In what type of field do crop circles typically appear? Is it A, rice, B, wheat, C, corn, D, wild grass?
Oh my gosh. Now, when I encounter them, in my personal experience,
Sure.
it's always been a specific kind of field.
I feel like we're learning a lot about Ethan right now. Time's
That
up,
answer's wheat.
Ethan. Guess
Oh my
what?
God.
For those of you gluten intolerant, it's wheat.
Wheat.
And look at that,
With a T.
34% of you know
Tea
what's
kids.
up.
All right, finally, what's E.T.'s favorite candy?
Oh, come on.
Reese's Pieces, M&M's, Skittles, or Razzles?
Razzles.
It's a Razzles.
Razzles.
Razzles. Your team is not doing well, by the way.
No, my team,
Oh!
my team is dying here.
Oh, boy.
You guys don't get to see
Oh,
Colin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, with the headshot,
best.
though.
And
Oh,
the
gosh,
correct
this is
answer
not
is,
looking
people,
good.
if you didn't get Reese's Pieces,
Nope.
we have to talk about your child. We have got to talk.
You are
childhood
unconscious.
Dreams. We are concerned.
Did a little good.
about your
43% got it right, though. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think
Who
we're
said M&M's.
going to take a look at the
Calling
leaderboards
you
real
on
quick.
blast right now. Leaderboard me up. Oh, looks like Fallen Client topping our leaderboard with a staggering 117 points. A huge congratulations to Fallen Client.
Yeah, second was Daddy Zuko. I like the Avatar reference. And Bacteria Wagon. What a name.
Wow.
Bacteria
Wow.
Wagon?
Oh,
I almost made
always
a bad
the most
joke,
creative
but I'm not going to
names.
do that.
Pretty gnarly. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on our stage, you guys.
Thank
you
you,
were the
guys.
best.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It looks
absolutely.
amazing. So actually, first we're going to go toss it over to our hype zone, and that is all about Realm Royale.
Ooh, wait, are we going to Roby? Are we going to Roby?
Sorry. This just in, everyone. I apologize. We are going to go ahead and toss to Roby, who has some amazing PC gaming stuff to show up.
All right, see you, Roby. What's up?